Authenticity, where we tell it like it is. I'm your host, Farah, and today's guest I have Henry and his friend Dennis. Last week we spoke on why women cheat. Well, this week is something different. Why do men cheat? I'm going to start the question with Dennis. Dennis, why do you think men cheat?
Well, I mean, there's different demographics. It all depends on, for some men, it's just a matter of conquest. Some of them it's just based on the way they were raised in their lifestyle. I'm come from the Caribbean. So, that's something that is pretty prevalent in my country, in Jamaica. But in actuality, I mean, it's many different ways, many different situations, right? But usually that's one part. In another situation, it could just be the person that we're with. Sometimes there's a situation of incompatibility where we're just not connected. And sometimes that's really the most important part when it comes to a relationship. If there isn't a situation where there isn't any communication, there is an area where there is just a conflict. Men, just by design, we have a fight or flight mentality. So if it's a situation where we just can't win, we just go the other way.
Okay.
Sometimes boredom. Sometimes when they get disrespected, some people cheat. Now, you could just end a relationship, like, all right, I'm out of here. This isn't good for me. But why would you just end a relationship and not tell the person? So what ends up happening is, I think they have like a lot of baggage that they don't want to leave. Okay? Because if they have children and everybody else is involved, then they'll think, if I tell her that I'm dissatisfied and leave, I'm gonna break everything up. So they'll rather just sneak around and get their jollies off and then come back. So,
what do you think? What would make a man not cheat?
Well, what would make a man not cheat? It's funny. That's actually funny. I would say basically, we just need to go back to the basics. When we look at grandma and great grandma and all this stuff and how they raise a home, in actuality, like our generation has changed so much dramatically. It's a lot of social media, a lot of different things like that, and we need a traditional home. I'm not saying that a man, in a sense, needs to find a mom again, but a man, he's laughing, but a man do find those qualities. Like for me, I can say that in my family, Sunday dinner was an important thing. Saturday, there's certain things, and I say how my mom took care of my father. And those are the things that, whether we want to admit it or not, those are the things that are very important as far as what a man is looking for, whether he wants to admit it or not. He's looking for someone, not saying to be a mom to him, but to be a real solid woman, to take care of home, to be a real partner. And a lot of times it's really all about the glitz, the glamour, who's cute, how many things.
Sometimes a man will have all of that and still cheat.
Yeah, but it goes back to what I was saying again. It's all about demographics and how a man is. I mean, just like how a man has to find, exactly what you're looking for. Same thing with a woman, and a lot of times is we compromise too much when it comes to our own standards.
Okay, this question is for both of you guys.
That's good.
Do you guys think social media makes it easier for a man to cheat?
What?
And why?
Heck yeah.
Of course. I mean, social media did a lot of damage as much as it did good. It did a lot of good where it got a lot of people connected with everybody else immediately, right? But now, women are all taking pictures of they're naked. Basically, they're naked. Yeah. And they're all looking for attention, right? So they get attention from every single guy just like this with one upload.
Okay, I have a question that I don't have on this paper. What are the signs to look out for, me as a woman, when a man is cheating? What should I be looking out for?
What? That's real easy.
Uh-huh.
Just ask him for his phone. This is real
You
simple.
on your own, cat.
If, look, all right, if you ask me for my phone and I say, hell no, you already know there's something in there.
I get what you're saying. No,
That you don't need to
I
see.
feel you. If a man is, put it like this, you'll know if a man is cheating or not if he's open with himself. If he's open with his life, if he's open with just certain. I get what Andrew. I get what Henry is saying. It's just that, yeah, it's everything. It's all about just, if he's honest and open with you. If he's real closed out, then chances are you have something to be concerned about.
Okay, and when a guy have his phone upside down all the time?
What do you mean upside down?
Like
Face
instead of
down.
face up, they have it face down? Is
Oh.
that
Well, no, not necessarily, because he could be just a bad dude, and there's certain things. Now, listen. There's cheating, and then there's other things. So, for example, in the past, one of my girlfriends thought I was cheating all the time, but I was doing a lot of good things outside. Yeah. So she's like, "Oh, you're cheating," and then that ended things. But she had it all wrong. So it's not necessarily cheating, but you could get it if you get his phone, right away. So if you ask me, let me see your phone, Henry, boom. If I give it to you like this, you lose because you're gonna go through. You're not gonna find anything.
That's true.
See,
I agree.
And that's it. So
I agree.
and that's the tool that everybody uses to do everything now. Now, there's other reasons why he might not want to give you his phone if y'all not that close, like bank information and other things like that. But for the most part, you could really find out if he's cheating on you or not. You could feel it.
Okay, what do you think the difference is of when a man cheats or when a woman cheats?
I know men that really love their girlfriends, their wives, and they cheat on them, but they don't like the girl they cheated on them with. It was just something that they did, and I know it seems weird. Just like, I'm not speaking for myself, but I know that happens. So they have a girl that they really love, and then they're out somewhere on a business trip, and then some random girl, they just do it with her. And then if they get caught, and it's like, oh, you cheated on me, this and this. Like, I don't even like this chick. I don't even know her. I don't care about her. So that's another thing. But when women, usually I find they're cheating for a more emotional reason. There's something there. The guy that she met at the coffee shop over and over again, then it develops, it's a little bit more serious, unless she's like just loose like that.
Okay. Who do you think is more of a cheater though? Male or female?
Well, when you're looking at this generation now, I mean, where we are in this world, I think it's equal.
It's 50-50.
Right. I mean, there really isn't. But just to add to what he was saying about as far as the differences, right? We're not emotional creatures, but once we are connected, we're connected. And a woman can tell when it could be certain things on a sense of intimacy, where you go out to eat, how you lay down and cuddle with a woman. You can see those changes instantly because men can just turn off and we don't even see it.
Okay.
Women are different. You can do all of that and they cold-blooded. They can still just be like that and you wouldn't even know.
Okay, and why is it when men get caught cheating that they're always doing a reverse psychology or
everybody does that.
She's not doing right.
Everybody does that. Come on, you're talking about war here, so everybody defends themselves in war. Everybody tries to.
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism. It's just a way of they know they're wrong, but they're just trying to find a way to find justification in what they're doing at the end of the day, right? But I think it's just an automatic defensive mechanism that they do. I would say.
Some people don't even need it, They could just come out and be like.
Actually, the funny thing, the truth of the matter is, it's just a sense of honesty, right? the fact that we're not as open and as honest with each other, right? So that everybody ends up. A lot of that just happens that we just start nitpicking at each other, right? And they want to say, okay, well, you didn't cook me dinner Friday, so I decided I wanted to kick it with this one chick.
I think that's a pretty dumb reason, but it happens.
It's true though, right?
It's freaking dumb. It's dumb.
And why is it? Let me get some more of that tipsy tea. Okay.
It
Good.
works. Yeah.
Okay, why do cheating men, get angry when the situation is reversed? When a woman cheats back?
Okay, this is why. Okay, this is why. Straight up. Okay, women are like this. It's like they're the gatekeepers of reproduction, obviously. So when the woman is out, your girl is out there cheating, you don't know if that child is yours now.
Oh.
See, so when men are cheating, then it's like, oh, there's no child in his belly. But now your girl, you think it's your baby, you're just excited about it, and then it's like, that's not yours. You find out it's not yours. Some people don't find out early. They find out after a long time, 17 years.
Even when there's no child involved, a guy reacts differently when a woman cheats.
But that's
At the end of the world.
That's
they want
instinctive.
a woman to accept it when they cheat.
It's instinctive because
Like,
they're trying to
under the
protect.
blood.
They're trying to protect their seed. They're trying to protect their. So they're thinking, oh, she could be having a baby and it's not mine.
I see where he's coming from, but really what it all comes down to, it's just men are very territorial when it comes to, women are too, don't get me wrong, but I think I'm two different senses, right? So it's kind of like, so when a woman does it, right, it's kind of like, yo, that's my girl, this is who whatever, this is, that's it. And then it's like, it just almost feels like, to us, it almost seems like it's desecrated almost, because some other man come in and spray paint on the wall.
How
and
would you
everything.
feel if you found out that a child of maybe 10 years is not yours?
Oh yeah, I'd be wrecked.
What would you be
be
wrecked?
Yeah, I wouldn't get violent, but you wouldn't, for sure. I'll be like, that's your little Negro. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? But in truth and matter is we have a sense of ownership to when it comes to just our women in a sense, right? I don't know if I can really be straight up and honest. It's kind of like some of us do have a little bit of chauvinistic behavior about us that we look at women on one level, right? I mean, it's in everything that we've learned, from history. There in different countries, there's men that are out there that have multiple wives. David, Solomon. It's a lot of men that's out there that had multiple wives, right? But they ain't see their wives go out there and make a new family with somebody else. So at the end of the day, for us, it's just something that's ingrained in us, in a sense, whether we make sense out of it or not. But that's just the thing. And when a woman does that, it feels like a complete betrayal. It's almost like sacrilege in a sense, right? With just being honest. But when a woman does it, it was just like, like when a man does it, it's like, yo, it is what it is,
Okay.
It looks kind of hypocritical. It looks real bad.
It is.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
Just to look at a situation and do it like that.
horoscope, what is your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Okay,
Oh,
what sign
no.
would you not date? Not date, and why?
Woohoo, that's easy. I ain't messing with no Virgos, man.
And why?
I don't know why.
Stephanie was a Virgo.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. I know there's fire, water signs. That Virgo right there, them Virgos right there. Actually, let me take that back. I'm gonna take two of them. Put two of them. There's Virgos and Tauruses. And I would say, yeah, I'm going by my experiences, but the women that I mess with, so the Virgos, they just sneaky like that. When it just, maybe not with anybody else, but when it comes to Aries, they just feel like they want to try us.
Yeah.
When it comes to Tauruses, they want to see who's dominant and whatever.
No, I got time for that garbage right now.
Yeah.
How about you?
Ooh.
What's your sign?
According to the zodiac thingy, they say I'm a Pisces. But
When's your birthday?
February 27th.
Okay.
Okay. And
And what sign would you not date and why?
actually, I wouldn't date any sign at all. 'Cause I
Crazy.
don't trust nobody. I don't trust anyone. Zero. I don't trust anyone. So, I mean, the girl next door, the nice girl next door, she'll cheat on you. The dime piece, she'll cheat on you.
So the sign thing don't matter.
That don't matter. They're gonna do it. If you treat people with respect, they're gonna cheat on you. Because you treat them nice, they're gonna cheat on you. So
some women.
if you end up playing this game, this war game, where you're constantly beating them down, and then if you constantly, me personally, if I'm constantly beating them down, I can't feel any intimacy for that.
You know what? I want to add to that. That's another thing. Going back to the cheating part, what I've noticed with women, let's just say you got a good dude. I've noticed that women don't like a really nice guy. You need to be balanced or a little bit. You got to be over the edge, but not too over the edge.
That's true, because
real.
every girl in the past that liked me was when I was in the worst, when I was in a bad mood, when I wasn't talking, when I was wrecking stuff, when I was not even concerned about women, when I was mad, getting revenge, doing something. Then women are like sending me letters and stuff like that, and they're very submissive and nice. But when I'm nice to them, then they're like turned off, like, oh, what's the matter? What's going on here? And then it's a total reverse. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's true.
And then something will happen, and I'll be really angry about something, and then I'll have an admirer. And I'm like, again? So this is like Yeah.
See, women are different. They're like chocolate.
What about,
flavors.
what do you mean?
Right?
You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. Because as for me, I like a quiet guy. A guy who's quiet, who don't talk much, who don't argue much. You know, that turns me on. Okay? That gets me attracted to you when you don't talk much, you don't argue much, and you're always nice. But you do have these women out there who like a little violence in their relationship.
Yeah.
A little pepper, a little
So
For real.
if they want to get like that, then,
All right, so I'm gonna go over the deep end real quick since this thing's getting me soft up. But anyway, but on the real, see, now you talking something on a different level, right? Now, if we want to sit there and talk about people of color, right? You ever notice the reason why, as an example? Now I'm gonna be controversial a little bit, but this is the truth. Now you notice that when it comes to of people of color, myself as a black man, a woman that's black, and it's one of those situations that happen, but then all of a sudden we decide to go flip to the other side with a white woman or an Asian, and yet their relationships is solid. That is the perfect example why those things happen, because it's that conflict that after a while, the older, especially as a man gets, they ain't got time for that foolishness, right? And it goes to that situation. Do I cheat and go lay up with someone else? Or do I go to, I meet up with another person and she is like everything that I would expect as far as peace, love, and we can live like monogamously with no problem. Right? And that's one of the things. Am I wrong?
That's gonna get people mad.
I know, but I'm just telling the truth.
Because it's like, if they see you with anybody else, it's like, first of all, forget you. They don't like you. But if you go with somebody else, they get mad. That's a weird thing that I notice. It's like, I want to treat you like garbage and I want to dominate you and be evil, but you better not be with anybody else but me.
It's true.
Okay, this question right here runs deep. Okay, I know you guys get mad if a woman cheats on you with a man. But what happens? How do you feel when a woman cheats on you with another woman?
I don't see myself getting mad at that. I mean, first, if I'm not allowed in with them two, now is the time for me to get mad.
Facts up.
But it's like,
conversation over. That's it.
So it's okay as long as you're invited in.
If I'm invited in, then it's okay.
It ain't no fun if the homie can't have that.
If I'm
That's
not invited
all to
in,
it.
then it's a big problem.
But if it's another man, you don't want no invitation.
No. What? Nah. No. No, yeah, she could go.
Oh, God. Well, okay. What else do you guys want to touch base on?
Well, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Thoughts?
About men and women cheating. Final analysis here. You know, it's real easy to solve these problems, but loneliness tends to make people overlook red flags.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like you like this person, and you like what you see and stuff like that, but you know there's something about him that's really dangerous, or something about her that's really bad, and then you do it anyway. So it's kind of like shooting first and aiming later, and later on you pay the price for that. You pay the price for ignoring red flags. So a lot of people are paying the price for ignoring red flags. That's all that's happening over and over again.
I agree with that. And I think, number one, communication is huge. It's the biggest thing. And on top of that, not to try to sound old school, but as older I get, I'm beginning to realize if you administer sex way too early in a relationship and you're trying to find somebody,
It's over.
it's it. You're clouding your judgment on what you're really looking for. And now you're gonna go for anything, and that's why people get mad and wonder why things is on the wrong way. You cannot compromise on your standards. That's number one. That's why people fail continuously. You cannot. You got to stand to what your standards are. And on top of that, communication is key. If the only thing that you have connection with a person is sexually, you got problems.
And there's even something worse than that. Like, people could have standards, women have standards, and when the man that they really want shows up, that's gone.
That's it.
That whole thing is gone.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay,
He just walk in, it's over.
Before we
For sure.
end the show. Okay, if you were speaking to a woman right there at the camera, if you were a man and your desire was pornography, and your woman is there, dried and in need, but you prefer porn, what would you say to this woman that's watching?
So you telling his woman is right there,
But he prefer porn.
but he like pornography over his woman?
What do you say to the woman?
You must be annoying as hell. Either he has a serious problem, or you are annoying as hell to the point where
You're not creative enough.
Because you're not
You need
supposed
go
to.
out
Yeah.
there. You gotta like.
She's sitting right there. She's right there, and he ignored her, and that means she's a big problem, or maybe he was already like that before he met her, and then but
Well, that's true. There's some men that they just have an issue, but that's supposed to be a couple participation thing. Whatever you see there, you better start doing it.
she must be really annoying, boy.
Yeah, it's true. And one other thing too, I'm gonna add too, right? And you're supposed to learn this by the time you understand your man. What causes a man to cheat? The one thing I want to add. If you know what kind of man you got, and you tell him no into certain things that he like, you scarred.
You lost. It's over. It's game over.
Straight up.
Okay, how do you know when your man has flipped to the other side?
What do you mean?
What the hell?
Like, no longer wants a woman, wants a man. What are the signs to look out for?
If
If a man no longer wants a woman, they want a man.
that's a real tough one.
Maybe ask a woman that question.
That's a real tough question to ask, because it's like, bro, how?
Because a lot of women, believe it or not, have gone through that.
I know.
You know what? All right, if I can get real deep, I've heard this before, and I still didn't understand that. So, like, sexually, as an example, I ain't judging no other man out there. I know what I don't do. But if a man sit there and tell his woman, yo, stick your finger in mine, or whatever, and start doing weird junk, something ain't right with that. And again,
I agree.
for the ones that are out there, all right, and this is maybe I'm the wrong person because I'm 100% heterosexual, so I can't speak on everybody else's bedroom, but little things like that for me personally, and I could be wrong, but little thing, or maybe, let me put it like this, let me rephrase it. If that wasn't in the bedroom situation in the beginning, and then after a while, he started asking stuff like, stick your finger in my bunghole, and like, get, let's share dildos type of thing.
Oh, shoot.
Something is wrong with that. And I'm being real because you start to see that.
I agree.
Right? If you still saying, oh, he's just freaky
but a lady
like that.
she'll just right there would already be something is up here. It's
Not all the time. I've
all the
seen
time.
women that I've had women friends that will sit here like, oh, my boyfriend just likes that from time to time. It's just only between you and I. I said, I lie, you I tell.
Dang, that's
No. No, but that's the thing, and I'll have to say this too. When a woman is really involved in something, unfortunately, some of y'all will see the signs and just too blind to it. Just keeping it real. So stuff like that, y'all just be like totally, not even cognitive of what's actually happening. But you got a dude that's gay, plain and simple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys,
That's
that's
it.
all we have for the Tipsy Tea.
All
Until
right.
next week, I'll see you again.